This video is only to demonstrate one thing that 5KidComics is doing, which is a true benefit for a true collector in order to avoid damage during shipping, as well as just staple damage from comics being laid all in the same position. So you'll notice as I flip these over, each one is reversed. So what they do is, instead of laying comics this way, which the staples will lay on top of each other and they'll press, and sometimes they'll do this. Now, I'm giving 5KidComics a break for this right here, this little color rub stuff near the staples, simply because I ordered the Immortal Hulk 2 months later, after the release date in July. The reason I ordered more is I fell in love with the storyline, as did many people fall in love with the storyline. So sometimes just sitting in a comic box, when they're all facing the same way, like this, and if they're not double bagged, which I double bag all my comics to help protect them, you'll get this staple rub against the spines from each one being the same way. You can use top loaders. Top loaders will help protect from that staple rub. So if you do have some mint quality comics and you want to keep them mint, I would strongly recommend using a top loader and separating it from the stack. But I'm going to show you on this video, this is something that helps during transit and shipping, as well as even to keep and retain them in your comic collection. Just reverse them so that they don't get that staple rub. And it definitely helps. Now again, I'm just looking up close to see how good these are, because this is the first time I'm going through the comics. So I want to see if I got all 9/6s, if I got some 9/8s. I still got to look at the back, so when I take them out of the bag and board and rebag them in just a bag and then double bag, basically, that'll help me determine. So this one right here, it doesn't really have too much. If it was perfect, it would get a 10-0 by a grader. Now, CGC doesn't really grade 10-0s very often. And so one thing that they do at CGC is they decide if they want to give you a 10-0 and if you're worthy to receive one. But this is for 5KidComics, just to show that when they reverse the comics, as you can tell, they reversed that one. It really does help prevent any additional damage during shipping. Now, the Immortal Hulk 3, again, this was released a month ago, so this is still, an older comic. Now, the number 3 cover A, almost all of them had this during shipping from Diamond, and this one actually didn't really have any damage from Diamond from any of the distributors I bought from. And so this came out to be one of the best covers. It was probably because of her. They wanted to really portray her in the best light. She's got a new movie coming out, Captain Marvel. So that video is to show it is really nice when comics online sells reverse the order so that this damage from the staples doesn't really get pinched, especially when they put them in a package like this, because if they put them in a package like this, it squeezes them together, and they do that so it doesn't move around during shipping, which is a good advantage, but you also want to ensure that you don't get staple damage. So have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Again, this is part 3 of many videos for comics online review for 5KidComics.